All right, it's been a while since we've done one of these complete restoration details, and we're not restoring, like repainting or doing anything like that. We're doing a full-on detailing restoration. This car here is a beautiful 911 turbo Porsche, and it's been around for a long time, and we want to protect it. We want to keep it new, looking as new as possible for as long as possible. That's what we do here. So we're going to completely detail this thing, the undercarriage, the suspension, we're taking off the wheels, every nook, cranny, the paint. We want to make it look beautiful. And then we want to protect all the surfaces. From 10 feet away, this car looks beautiful. It is a 10. But once you get a little bit closer, you start noticing some defects that are taken away from what this vehicle should look like. So we're going to get into it. The first thing that we're going to do is an inspection on the car and show you what we got going on and what we need to do to bring this back to where it should be. First thing that I see is there's a lot of pitting in the hood. Some of this car looks repainted. We're actually got the paint gauge. We're gonna get that out and measure the thickness and see which panels are original, see what panels are repainted. That'll give us an indication of how much we can actually remove from the surface and remove some of these surface scratches. The pitting is usually a sign of it's probably an original panel. So we'll see what we can actually do to improve that. You'll see the car has a nice layer of swirls and scratches, some love marks and everything that should be able to be pretty easily polished out. I did notice on the top already that there was some sandy marks. So I know that at least the top has been repainted. Let's grab the paint thickness gauge and check what we got. That is repainted. So that's actually good because that pitting may be able to be fixed. So it looks like over here we have a little bit of a crack in the paint. It's kind of weird looking, and you got a weird texture going on. Lots of scratching. Up inside here, close to these panels, this is just probably really hard to polish out for most painters. They may have wet sanded that area and then just did not finish it out right, and that's why you see like most of this area here and this bumper are just really swirled up and scratched up. We're got some chips out of the paint, so we'll touch that up.
All right, so we got the Porsche in the prep bay, so we are going to prep it. We are going to start with an undercarriage wash. We're going to wash the wheels, and then we are going to decontaminate the paint. We're going to wash it in Iron-X, and then we're going to clay bar it, get it ready for correction and whatever else that we're going to do to it.
Some of the stuff that you don't notice that is so detailed that most people don't, but look at the side of the tire here. Like this, just having a really clean tire just sets off the car so much. That's why they call it detailing. It's all this little tiny things that we're gonna take our time and clean all that stuff. That's what we're gonna clean. We're gonna clean all that stuff. We're gonna take pictures of all this, clean all this up. Look at all this greasiness on this. Look at that connection there. This is where we're gonna take our time and clean all these little hoses, clean all these little clamps, all these little bolts, everything. See that build up there? Clean it all up. big part of this detail is getting the undercarriage and suspension parts clean. Cars like this one will be inspected from top to bottom when being sold. So we're removing the wheels to clean and polish, and then we're gonna be using a newer cleaning method called dry ice blasting. Dry ice is so effective because it freezes the surface and it makes the dirt and the muck and everything brittle where it can just flake off. The wheel well has a protective coating. It's used for sound deadening and to protect the area from all the crap that gets thrown into the wheel well. You can remove this if it's going to be strictly a show car, but we don't know what the life of this car has in its future, so we're gonna spray another layer of this undercoating to give it a nice fresh look. We have just spent 2 days on the undercarriage and suspension alone. And this may seem crazy to some people, but for car lovers, it's just so satisfying to know that every inch of the car is looking clean and its absolute best. So it's time to put the wheels back on and get this car on the ground and into the paint correction bay. Since this car was repainted, we do have some very thick layers of paint to work with. This is great because we can remove these layers of paint that have scratches, swirls, and pitting and any other defects to reveal a nice, flat, reflective surface. We actually sanded the hood. It made a huge difference on this pitting. It's not perfect, but the before and after is a big transformation.
So now we finish with polishing wheels. There is a couple spots needs a touch of paint. One right here.
After we have the surface looking as good as we're going to get it, we're gonna protect the car, and we're gonna use a 1-year ceramic coating. We've been doing a lot of testing in the last couple years, and this product here has really impressed me. This is called Geon Can Coat, but the results in slickness, gloss, and durability are insane. Four days of hard work, and the 911 is all done. Whoever ends up getting this car off of Bring It Trailer is gonna be a very lucky person. Absolutely love the way this turned out. The guys worked so hard on it. I wanna thank you guys for watching, all the time we put on into this. You know, it's into a small, short little video, but it's 4 days of hard work, of sweat and blood and tears and everything that went into this thing. Nobody cried, but thank you guys for watching. Love your comments. Love to hear what you say about this car. We'll see you next time.